Hey, my fellow brothers in the tribe! Welcome to another Dream Connections video. My name is Chris. I'm the admin director here, and I have got a brand new teaching video that Mark did on our Tuesday webinar. Now, have you ever sat there wondering what in the world do Ukrainian women want in their men? Now, we could go ahead and do a big PowerPoint presentation and talk about it point by point, or we could have one of our ladies at the July Quest Tour tell you instead on an interview video that we did at our meet and greet event just a few weeks ago. Guys, I know you're going to absolutely love this presentation, so let's get into it right now.
Меня зовут Ксения, мне 35 лет, я из города Измаил, Одесская область. Я работаю в агросфере, закончила в прошлом году университет имени Маркони в Италии, факультет маркетинг-менеджмент и получила диплом Master Degrees. Еще я волонтер, я помогаю детям и людям тяжело больным, информационно помогаю и собираем деньги на лечение и на лекарства. Про вашу компанию я узнала в Ютубе, смотрела, у нее очень интересная информация, в общем, она посоветовала ваше агентство, в общем, и я решила обратиться к вам, поэтому я здесь. Я рассматриваю иностранных мужчин, потому что они более серьезные, ответственные, семейные. Мне это больше импонирует. Свою жизнь за границей я представляю классной, веселой, спокойной, беззаботной. Я могу пойти работать, буду ухаживать за своей семьей, заботиться, готовить, путешествовать. Я думаю, что будет все замечательно, классно. Я посетила это мероприятие ваше. Мне очень понравилось, что в отличие от сайта знакомств, да, что мы видим реальных мужчин, мы видим их вживую, как они выглядят, о чем они говорят, что они думают, какие у них цели, какое у них там представление о будущем. Это очень классно на самом деле. Когда ты онлайн, да, на сайте знакомств, ты переписываешься, ты не знаешь вообще человека, и можно потратить очень много времени на это. А когда в реальности ты видишь человека, ты увидел, ты понял, если тебе это подходит, если тебе нравится человек, ты продолжаешь с ним общаться. Это очень классно. Это мобильно, можно сказать, что быстро. Впечатления остались очень позитивные, классные, познакомились с девочками, обменялись телефонами. В общем, очень так легко и позитивно на самом деле. Классное время провели. Спасибо вам большое.
Watching that video, listen to that lady, I mean, you're obviously the first thing guys are commenting, they're struck by her eyes, you know, the Slavic eyes, the light blue with the dark ring around them, just classic. And what I love about this story is she said things that we know that are very common here, but I was glad she really said them, is that first of all, a lot of the ladies are watching our YouTube videos. Isn't that a trip? You think about that? Why would a woman be watching the site, right? And yet what they're doing is they're looking for hope. And when they see another lady who says, I met my foreign man and the husband, they like the way they are together, you know, it just really resonates. And so then they come track us down. You know, so it's interesting. I would say you want to find a woman who wants to match your efforts. And these ladies are matching your efforts even before the show starts, or matching your efforts and trying to figure out how to get it done and how to meet somebody effective for life. I love what she got into. I took some notes here. And she said, one of the things I love about foreign guys is, she said three things: stable, they're reliable, serious, and family oriented. So I want to kind of get into each of those for a quick second to say why they're attracted to you guys and what you might bring to the table for them, so you understand which is going for them. The first thing was being serious. Now, what does she mean by that? Well, obviously, there's a problem with both I'll get into that in a minute, reliable and all that, but it's serious. What do they mean by serious? Does this mean like you're serious? You're not funny. You're a serious guy? No, it's about your intentions, that you really do want to find and create family. You want to create a romantic relationship with her. And so what's the contrast? Well, you got to understand, as much as this industry has a bad reputation because of the bad websites out there, about women who are scammers and all this kind of stuff, the women have a bad reputation because the guys who end up coming from some of them are just coming here to bang chicks. And so their question is, well, how do I know which one are you? How do I know which one are you? Some guys coming over in their 60s trying to find a teenager, and it's like, it's a very sad thing for them, because they're trying to figure you out too. You're like, you guys go on those other websites, you're playing truth detector, who's real, who isn't. Oh, I think I know. You hold up a little sign, make her do this. It's like, what a stupid way to meet your wife, right? That really, oh, I know, if you see in her letters, you do this, you ask this question, if she answers this way, and you gamify the whole thing. And the companies love that. They love that stuff because it keeps you coming back and putting more money in the meter. But you don't want to meet your wife that way. And then when you finally meet in person, you're still trying to play detective. Well, I don't know, tell me the answer to this question and this kind of stuff. And it's like, wow, that's romantic, but the women feel the same thing. So the women are going, well, which are you? Are you really serious? Are you just here for a pleasure vacation? I don't know about that. And the nice part is, you guys have so much advantage with Dream Connections because the girls come here already knowing we have a reputation and we bring good guys who are really serious and looking for relationships. They can relax. You guys can relax. You guys know that we bring ladies who we know who are here for looking for the same thing you are. So it's a huge deal. It's not a small deal. It's really, if there's something that stands out about Dream Connections above everything, is we finally let you have a place to meet the kind of ladies you really knew were there. And you can relax and trust in the process, and just now do the teaching, which is learn how to date based on chemistry and a bunch of other good stuff like that. So it's not a small point. And in contrast to their local guys, Ukrainian guys are notorious for the fact that they'll cheat, and they're just there to get the woman. They're not as many are really looking for marriage and long-term relationships. So you guys really have a lot to offer. Anyway. Second thing she said was reliable. Now, reliable to them, you have to understand the difference in a Ukrainian guy. A lot of the Ukrainian men, and there's actually a phrase for these guys. I haven't memorized in Russian, but they have a term for the guy that once they get the woman, they make the woman keep working, and they just sit home and they drink, play games, hang out with their buddies, and they stop working. And it's so funny. We had one of our romance coaches here a while back was saying, I'm giving this away. I'm not going to tell you which of our 27 romance coaches it was. Let's qualify that. But she was saying her sister's married to a Ukrainian guy, and the sister's working because all the women have to get educated. They feel like someday the guys are going to dump them, right? They feel like that someday the guy's going to leave, and so they get very educated so they can have a good career. Well, so the woman's working and the guy's staying home, and she's like getting on him. Come on, can you help? Can you do something? I make the work. You spend the money, and I'm still cooking for you and everything else. And he goes, I'm not really motivated. We don't need it. You're making the money. And then he says this, catch this. He goes, you know what? Maybe if you quit your job, then I realize, then it becomes a need, and I'll get motivated to go do it, because then we have no income in the house. I'm thinking, are you freaking kidding me? He's going to tell her the only way he's going to get motivated to go to work and do something is if she quits her job and they have no money. So now he'll get motivated and he'll have to go find work. And so when they talk about somebody that's reliable, they're talking about a guy who has his own ambitions. He has his own set of, I want to do more with my life. And honestly, when I've interviewed ladies myself, one of the top phrases I say, what are you looking for in a guy? They love this idea of ambition. And you think like, wow, that means he wants to be the next Bill Gates or Steve Jobs. No, that's what I mean. Compare yourself to that. You guys have ambition. You get it? I don't care if you drive a truck or you work at Home Depot. It doesn't matter. You got more ambition than this guy does. You know what I'm saying? And somehow in our hearts, the thing we bring to the table is we We like being the breadwinners. We like taking care of our women. We like being the guy that says, I got this. You're my woman. I'm going to take care of you. You know, so to me, you guys understand when she says a reliable man, it's not a high bar to have to cross. I'm just saying, understand this is one of the things you guys bring to the table. And you don't have to show it off. You just show up, say, I love my job. I want to take care of my woman and all the rest. You know, yeah, the mentality is definitely very bizarre in this culture. And the third thing she said was family oriented, and it goes along the same lines. Even in the family, the guys are disconnected more than we are in the West. And when they divorce or separate, you know, the guy leaves or whatever, it's very rare the guy even stays involved at all. And so the message goes out clearly that men don't really care about their kids, and they abandon families. And so somebody, when she says she wants to find somebody family oriented, because that's probably one of the number one things I get from you guys. What do you love about the Ukrainian women? Is they put family first. It's more important than career. It's everything, right? And they are looking for the same thing. You know, this is why East meets West just works out so well. What you guys are looking for, they have. What they're looking for, you have. Bada boom, bada bing, right? Right. Billy, what does he win the prize? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bada boom, it works. The other thing I want to mention on this, before I get back to this subject of what women want, by the way, that pretty much highlights it, guys, right there. I want to tell you, you guys have what they want. You know, you guys are serious, wanting to find a relationship. You like being committed. You guys are reliable. You're not going to sit at the couch and eat bonbons while she goes to work. You know, that would be humiliating for a man in our country. And we don't have a catchphrase for guys that do that, because it's not done. You know, and so you bring that to the table. And the fact that you want to have a deep, emotional, exclusive, romantic. Oh, there you go. Wonderful. And we're back. I'm surprised the internet didn't go out. It's all hooked to the same thing. The electricity's hooked there. I don't know, my router didn't reboot, but thank God for that. So anyway, you guys bring to each other what you guys want. Now, here's one thing that's a catch, and I want to warn you on this, because she said something about why would you want to live abroad with your man, and she makes the comment it would bring. There's an aspect of stability in living abroad. And so that brings many different things. Does she mean political stability, economic stability? And I think it's a combination of simply an opportunity to be in a different culture where, you know, maybe couples are valued more, where maybe the guys don't cheat as much, where, yeah, maybe she can do more with her life. Maybe there's something she can do to support you. And this one, I tell the guys at the meet and greet events, a lot of the women will ask is, what do you expect your woman to do? Do you want her to sit home and cook for you? And it, you know, you feel like it's this trick question. You know, you want me to work? Well, of course I want you to cook for me, but you know, I'm going to support your ambitions too. What do you want to do? And the point is, you're going to be able to give her opportunities that she can't get here. There's a lot of things they can do in the West. There's so many different things they can do and try. And the beauty is, as the man, since you are involved and since you are reliable, and you already have, you're not bringing her in just to add a paycheck to the household, I hope, is that you get a chance to let her explore, let her spread her wings and try things she never could have back home. It's really a strong benefit. But there is a sense that there is more family structure stability, in the West. So don't tell her otherwise. Don't tell her about the social media and the social problems in the West, because family is you. You can provide social stability. The two of you will have relationship, right? That's your social stability structure. But they really do have a sense that the opportunity for kids, to do more for themselves in the West is probably better than Ukraine. So go with it. Just go with it. Don't bash your own country. I'm just saying, don't do that. Hey, come live with me, but I hate my country. But you want to come with me, but I hate the politics. You want to come with me, but you'll hate the women. It's like, no, just, you know what I'm saying? It's like misery does not love company. So you find, this is what I say, you got to love your life. So find things you love about your life and things that she can do to share with you. And they're open to it. They're open to it. Finally, the last thing I wanted to mention out of her interview, and then I'll touch on some final points here, is in her interview, she mentioned, because she's not stupid, She goes, you know, online site, what does that do for you, right? What does this thing do with these online dating? It's like, it's so full of crap. Everywhere in the world is full of crap. There's a VK is one of the most common Russian dating sites out there. And they all say the same thing, you know, because everybody plays games, everybody lies, and nobody actually, very few actually connect and make real relationships. And she goes, I like this idea. I get to meet people in person. And I just had another conversation with a guy today, and he goes, what's, you know, the pros and cons of a VQT versus going on the tour? I go, it's night and day. It's night and day, because when you're actually there in person, see, like there we go again. Thank God for backup. Lights, please. Waiting. I'll be the voice in the dark. Oh, wait, well, this will get better. Where's my iPhone? I'll put, there we go. Anyway, you get the point. The ladies are smart. They figure out you want to meet people in person. You guys should be the same way, and come meet them in person. I talked to a guy today talking about, you know, can we do video chatting with them ahead of time? It's like, well, you can, but you take a risk, because if you're going to come anyway, you're going to meet them. And your best way to meet somebody, oh, there, it was almost on for a minute, you know, is to be able to give your full energy and chemistry to the person in front of you. They can sense who you are as a real person. And in video, like me right now, you might get a different impression about who I am than if we're sitting across the table. You know, heaven forbid my lights go off. And you might get the same thing. You kind of write her off. You get a bad impression about her, where if you met in person, you'd feel her feminine energy. So that's it. So with that, we'll see how long this lasts. We're wrapping up for the night here. We've got about 12 hours left, I think, until whatever it'll be tomorrow. So maybe we'll give it 24 hours on the early bird special we extended for the September tour. So jump on board and join. It's gonna be a great group. Lots of fun. We're gonna best weather of the year. So take advantage of the early bird special for the September 2021 tour and come meet the lady of your dreams. And, you know, it's funny, how many years do we have to keep playing and showing more girls and more events and more interviews? They all say the same thing. All the guys come, they all say they have the same experience. Do you think that when you come, you're not going to have the same experience? You are, and better. And the guys come and says, even better than you could have told me. So it's just a matter of, it's here. It's your turn to show up and experience it for yourself.